Hello everyone, I'm TridentZ back with another Escape From Tarkov video. Today we're going to be talking about the meta HK in the 12.9 update. There has been some changes from 12.8 to 12.9, this new wipe with how ergo and especially recoil works. So the recoil values definitely have changed, and what was once the meta is no longer the same meta. Now this might not mean that the parts themselves are different, but instead they offer less recoil reduction or less ergonomics. With that said, it's not a huge nerf. I believe the old meta HK was a 29 recoil and the one that we'll be building today is a 34, which when you go to the sub 35 to 30 ranges, it's really not that much of a difference, especially if you have the higher recoil skills in the game. I believe anything above 10 recoil at that low recoil with 30 and below, it's not really going to be much of a difference noticeably. But today we're going to be going over that. We're going to be talking about how to build this thing, how to build it for the most effective price. I'm going to be going over the best recoil option, and then I'm going to be showing you guys how to cheap out with some of the ergo if you choose to do so, but I'll also show the best in-slot options for the ergo as well. This build is going to come in above 300k, and I know that is costly, but this is the absolute meta for the HK, and as we all know, the HK is a great weapon. Also, I just want to take a quick second to thank you guys for the recent support. We just hit 800 subs as of today, so thank you guys. Road to 1k, and I also want to thank you guys on Twitch. It's been great recently. And if you guys still haven't, be sure to follow on Twitch. The link will be in the description down below. And as of yesterday, we also just built our Discord server. So if you guys have any suggestions or want notifications for the channel on either YouTube or Twitch, our Discord server, we're definitely going to be active on a lot. So be sure to join that as well. With all that out the way, let's get straight into it. All right, so I'm going to be showing you guys how to turn this default HK on the left to this HK on the right. As we can see here, the vertical recoil sits at 34 and the ergonomics sits at 41. Now I know the ergo is a little bit low, but with these meta builds, you're going to be having to sacrifice some of the ergo to get this great recoil reduction. And at the end of the day, recoil reduction is king, because if we don't really need to worry about the recoil on guns and we're firing decent ammo, then we're going to kill people very easily. I'll also be showing you guys how to mod out this build with some variations that will not change the recoil value at all. Instead, we'll change some of the ergo values and is mainly preference for the sights as well. But let's talk about what parts we're going to be needing. So right now on screen, I'm going to be putting up all the parts you're going to be needing. I'm going to be going into depth a little bit later, talking about each part. But if you guys just want to pause the video right now, check out the parts and go build it yourself. You already know how to. Be my guest. Go ahead and do so. All right, so let's take a good look at the HK416. So if we go into the edit preset and we check out what I've chosen on the HK, we can see that I've chosen to put on the 20-inch barrel, which is possibly the most important part of this build. It offers great recoil reduction, and also the Thunder Beast Ultra 5 sound suppressor. Now these two combined take a gigantic hit on the recoil and are the two most important things, besides of course the ForeGrip and the stock for recoil. But these two are going to put your recoil down the most. So if you guys don't want to spend an extra money on a good stock or a good ForeGrip and just want something that's almost meta, be sure to put these two on your gun. The 20-inch barrel makes it so that the recoil reduces a ton. As we can see here with the 20-inch, we've also coupled it with a handguard, and the handguard that we're using is also the best in slot. It is called the Strike Industries CRUX 15-inch M-LOK ForeGrip, and it is the best for recoil reduction. And we've also went with the RK2 ForeGrip, that is also the best for recoil reduction. Now you could change this out with a shift or an RK1 for your preferable ergonomics. As you can see here with the shift, the ergo goes up to 53. But if we want best in slot, we're going to be needing to use the RK2. So you're going to be needing max mechanic level for the RK2, I believe. If you don't have max mechanic level, it is almost impossible to find on the flea market for the RK2. As for the stock, we've chosen the Magpul PRS GEN3 Grey stock. The reason being is because it is the best recoil reductor. Also, the enhanced tube does come with the stock default HK. Now to build this thing. So what you're going to be wanting to do is on your HK, you definitely want to take off the barrel. But when you take off the barrel, be sure to take off this gas block as well, because we're going to be using this on the new barrel. We're going to put that on the new barrel, put that on our HK. Next, we're going to be wanting to take off the stock. And now these two parts are totally for ergonomics. They don't change the recoil values at all. But if you guys want to leave on the charge handle and the pistol grip, that is totally up to you. For the sake of the video, I'm going to be showing off the best ergo in slot. So we're going to be using the GRAL pistol grip. And on top of that, we're also going to be using the Raptor charging handle. Also, we're going to be wanting to take off the quad rail and put on our handguard. And then we can put on our new ForeGrip with the M-LOK ForeGrip adapter. Then we can put on our RK2 ForeGrip. And then we can put on our compensator and then add on the suppressor on top of it. And here we are, R34 recoil. Now I will be using the Eotech sight. Sights are totally preference. I say this in all my guides. You guys can choose what sight you want. The reason why I use the Eotech is because it is cheap from the traders and it offers a great hollow option. Obviously, you guys can use the PK06 or the Vortexes. Those are also two great sights, or whatever you guys prefer. And we're gonna be putting that on top. And there we go. Those are two Meta HKs side by side. That's how you do it. Now, like I said, the pistol grip and the charge handle, you guys can use the default ones, and I'll show you how that does not affect the recoil whatsoever. If we put on the default pistol grip and the charge handle, we still have a 34 recoil. It's just the ergo takes a decent hit. And if we compare that to the HK with the best in slot, it's around a 10 ergo difference. Hopefully you guys found this guide helpful. I hope you guys take this into the raid and use it for yourselves. I know I didn't go over ammo and magazines in this video because that is a total different topic of its own. But what I run is the 55A1 from traders if they're cheap from skier level 4, or 995 from traders from Peacekeeper. Now that might be a little costly, especially the 995, but it's definitely worth it because you can be taking down high geared opponents with ease, especially with the low recoil. I also couple this with 60 round mags, and that's because I like to spray when I'm using this gun and take down multiple enemies at once. The 60 round mags do take a hit on the ergo, but I find it is worth the ergo reduction. With all that said, thank you guys for being here. I hope this was helpful for you guys. And if it was, drop a like. Let me know what you guys want to see in the comments next. And as always, have a blessed day and take care.